The talking buttons are not to replace dogs' natural communications, but rather to supplement it to allow dogs to be more specific when expressing their thoughts, feelings, and their wants. My dogs are still pretty new to the buttons, so I find it especially interesting to look at their button use in context of their body language to see what's going on. These are all of Annabeth's button presses from yesterday, both accidental and what I think is intentional. Something that interests me is that you can see when she is expecting a button to go off versus when she's surprised. Right there, you could see that she just kind of continued on her way and she didn't jump or turn around and look when it made a sound, which makes me think it is intentional, or at least somewhat intentional. This one, her body language says it's clearly accidental, plus she hits it with her belly and not a paw. She stands up quickly, ears alert, and she just kind of looks a little surprised, like, what just happened? How'd that go off?
What do you want? What do you want? You want pet?
This one strikes me as intentional, although it's still a little ambiguous to me, but it's with her front paw, and she really does love my bedroom, which makes me think that it was probably intentional. And of course, she's very happy to go in.
All done bedroom. All done bedroom. 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 Yeah, all done. Let's settle house. Settle. Settle.
Another thing I'm finding really interesting about Annabeth's learning of the buttons is that she is very careful to not step on them. She's not pressing them often yet, but she does seem to be careful when she's trying to get my attention by standing close to them. She's careful not to step on them. You can even see her step on the mat sometimes, but specifically avoid the buttons. And to me, that says she's starting to understand the communicative purpose of the buttons. This press is a little ambiguous. It's with her back paw, and it sort of looks not intentional, but she doesn't act surprised, and back paw presses are not unheard of. Lots of dogs will intentionally press buttons with their back paws, so I don't know. And then she did it again here, and she's done it a couple of times, which makes me think that maybe she is a back paw presser.
Bedroom. Oh, I don't really want to be in here. All right, you want to be in the bedroom? You want to come here?
This one I think is intentional. She clearly wants something and is positioning her body near the board to show me that, and she's pretty alert. What makes it a little bit ambiguous to me is it almost looks like she trips onto it a little bit, but I don't know. That is so ambiguous that I'm just going to treat it as though it's intentional, and we're going to play, and that reinforces the meaning of the button, whether or not she meant it. But she didn't act surprised when it went off, and she was clearly trying to get my attention, so I think it was on purpose.